we go, guys. What's up, guys? This is Mike Lewis, going to be casting the League of Dota semifinals, or one of them at least. The other one's being played soon. I think they have a couple of delays. This one's going to be between PSILY on the Radiant, Bubbleblowers on the Dire. So Bubbleblowers were Heart Team. I don't know, they must have gotten a different name or something, but it's the same people, so that's fine. PSILY, I think they had a slightly different lineup in their last game. I don't really know what happened there, but hell, if it's okay with the admins, it's okay with me as well. We're going to be playing a best of 3 today, so it'll be US East, EU, US East. Hopefully that will make everything a little bit more even for everybody, and everyone will just have a little bit more enjoyment out of that. But Bubbleblowers going to be opening up their draft. LoD Titan and Slark banned out. Alchemist as well as Nature's Prophet going to be the picks for them. So right off the bat, they pick up a Nature's Prophet, which is usually a hero that you could hold on to hold off on picking for a little bit longer. But I guess they really just want that Nature's Prophet. Alchemist. Did they run I don't remember. I casted one game from the Heart team. I don't remember what they did with Alchemist, but it might have been an aggressive support with the Dark Seer. I think that might have been them. Might not have been them, I don't recall exactly, but either way, potential for carry, potential for a good support as well. On the Radiant team, which is probably what I'm just going to call them because that's just, they don't have a name, so that's what happens when you don't have a name. Radiant team going to pick up the Venomancer as well as the Abaddon, so pretty good counter right off the bat to the Alchemist and pretty much whoever he's going to be partnered up with if he is going to be wandering, or hell, even if he's not going to be wandering. Abaddon, he is vulnerable to the Alchemist pre-level 6. After that, it's very, very difficult to lock this hero down, with the exception of Nature's Prophet, I think. Sprout is a pretty good disable, doesn't do any damage, which is great, keeps the Abaddon in place, so that's I guess a decent counter pick, but it's still a mediocre counter pick. But it is a counter pick nonetheless, and it will provide them protection from all that other CC. I don't really know how much I like Abaddon. Like, on one hand, he's really, really good if there's like a Mirana and all these high stun, high CC heroes on the other side. But then at the same time, he's a melee support hero, and I just really, really don't like melee support heroes. Unless, I mean, I like the melee support hero in the Alchemist just because he's so bursty. He's not the kind of melee babysit hero. He's the kind of melee I'm gonna kill you hero. And that works a little bit better. Abaddon is definitely a more passive melee hero, and in lane that gets a little bit awkward. Like, he will make sure you don't die, but at the same time he doesn't really do anything to the other side. There's not much the other team has to change once they see an Abaddon is on the other side of the lane. So Bubbleblowers is going to pick up the Visage after banning out the Storm Spirit, Clockwork, so possibly just getting rid of the long-range initiation from the Radiant team, whereas the Radiant going to ban out the Rubik, another support hero, as well as the OD, just annoying hero to play against in general. Not too much of a concerted theme among the bans, at least from the Radiant team. Looks like they're just banning out what they deem powerful, like Bristleback as well as Pugna, both incredibly powerful heroes. And the Radiant definitely haven't shown themselves to do any huge strategy as of yet. They do have the Abaddon Weaver combination, which is just so annoying to deal with because Weaver will have like 1,000,000 effective HP, and then he time lapses, so he has 1,000,000 times 2 effective HP. It's not fun. It's really not fun. The Bubbleblowers seem undeterred. They're just going to continue on Visage as well as their Dragon Knight. So they already have shown their mid lane hero, and when you pick up a mid lane Dragon Knight, the other team, of course, does have a little bit of time to prepare for that. All the Bubbleblowers already have banned out the Storm as well as the Slark, so 2 good mid lane heroes, or I mean, I guess 2 bad mid lane heroes for the Dragon Knight to face up against. Will not have to worry about running into those heroes in this particular game. But still, there are a slew of melee heroes, or of mid heroes that Dragon Knight has trouble against. I mean, he's okay against all of them, but that's all he is. He's just okay versus all of them. And he'll probably struggle a little bit just because the Radiant team have a lot of time now to decide on what they want to pick to deal with that Dragon Knight. And he's the kind of hero that you could very easily counterpick. Hell, they could even put Venomancer in the mid lane, knowing that the Venomancer will not be under any pressure at all. And Visage, Alchemist, the potential for roam, as well as the Nature's Prophet TPing in. So whoever's in that lane is going to get ganked. That's pretty much what's going to happen. But it looks like they're just going to go for the puck. So get a little bit more mobility, get their initiation, which as of right now is the only initiation in the entire game, really. I guess Dragon Knight with a, well, they need a, I guess they need a carry or another support. Yeah, Dragon Knight's probably going to be the only initiation for Bubbleblowers. Alchemist with his range stun, possibly, if he catches someone out, but The initiation from
5
Bubbleblowers
seconds
pretty much
remaining.
non-existent, whereas with this puck pick, now the Radiant do have a way of getting in there and starting a fight.
Reserve
Question is, would they
time.
want to start a fight? Well, their team fight is, I would say, a little bit weaker than Bubbleblowers as of right now. They will have a lot of consistent output just because of how slippery their heroes are, like Puck, Weaver, as well as, of course, the Abaddon with the Aphotic Shield. It's going to make things very difficult for Bubbleblowers to actually lock someone down. They have 2 stuns, Alchemist as well as DK, which isn't terrible. I think they might want to pick up one more. They also have the Visage Familiars, but those are not dependable stuns, to say the least. So they have to get enough lockdown for these heroes, but it will be very difficult for them to actually take a long, drawn-out fight just because, well, they're going to have to deal with people ducking in and out, getting healed, stuff like that. So it's very, very annoying, the lineup that we're going to be seeing from the Radiant. Bubbleblowers do have a little bit of pushing in their lineup. Nature's Prophet with his treants as well as DK once he gets level 6. And the Radiant team, they do have Venomancer to kind of counter that. Plague Wards will be a decent job at pulling
Reserve
aggro at the
time.
very least. You can't really control the
Radiant team banned.
treants, though. The Puck has his AoE. It's enough to kind of weaken the treants, I guess. They might need another AoE nuke. They are fine with the supports. They just need another off-lane / hard carry. Clockwork already banned, and they're choosing to ban out now the Bubbleblowers Lifestealer.
10
Knowing the
seconds.
Puck's already on the field, would have had
remaining.
many easy routes of getting in there. Lifestealer also pretty good
5
against the
seconds
Alchemist. Low
remaining.
armor, high regen, which is equatable to high health
Reserve time.
as far as the Lifestealer is concerned. I guess it's technically a little bit. I don't know if what's better versus Lifestealer. For Lifestealer, if you have high HP or high regeneration, would have to think about that a little bit more. But it doesn't really matter because he's banned out. Final pickup from the Bubbleblowers should be, as I said before, either a carrier or support. Alchemist Visage is pretty versatile as a roaming support squad, and the Gyrocopter is going to be the ban from the Radiant, making sure the Bubbleblowers don't get their hands on that Alchemist support. Of course, there are still many carry heroes Bubbleblowers have to choose from. Hell, they could even put DK as a main carry if they really want to. Probably not the best idea, but it's a possibility. I think right now they could just go for a Shadow Shaman or something like that, have an Alchemist carry, and then just go real heavy into the push. Wouldn't be a terrible idea. Alchemist will benefit a lot from that extra gold. Again, there's not as much AoE on the Radiant team to stop a push as they would really like, especially if they go deep into that Shadow Shaman pick.
Reserve time.
Of course, they could always go for another aggressive roamer, have the Alchemist just chill in the top lane, or go for something like a Luna. And, well, carry heroes. Yeah, most of the real big carry heroes are out or in this game already, so not too many options there, although there's always the anti-mage, something like that, which actually won't be a terrible pickup. Burning mana against the enemy team, as it is right now, will be actually pretty useful. I think, though, they picked a Lion in their last game. I think that was them. Was it Bubbleblowers who picked a Lion? Lion would also not be terrible at all. Aphotic Shield would be annoying, just because Aphotic Shield's always annoying. They're going to go for a Mirana. I think that might be... I don't really know what... I want to say it's a roaming Mirana, and Alchemist is still going to be farming. I mean, Mirana and Alchemist, pretty interchangeable in lane. It is going to add another stun. It will get Bubbleblowers a way to start those fights. So, at the very least, they get some initiation, they get a little bit of cover due to Moonlight Shadow, so they themselves can play a little bit more slippery, a little bit more split-pushing power with Nature's Prophet. No need to get a Shadow Blade when you have a Mirana to cover you. I guess you could still get both. Too much invisibility never hurt anyone except for Rikimaru. But Mirana is going to be a pretty aggressive roamer if they do choose to lane her like that. However, going against a Puck, which is probably the mid lane the lane that they want to gank the most with their Mirana Visage or Alchemist Visage or whatever, it's going to be difficult just because they don't have any way of starting off the stun. I mean, Puck always has the phase shift, he always has the orb, and when you see an arrow coming, it's really easy to just slap that button and just be completely safe. They will have trouble ganking a little bit, but that's really the lineup that the Radiant team have chosen. They've chosen the really durable, really survivable heroes, with the exception of Venomancer. And now Luna as the final pickup. So carry pickup for the Radiant team, going to be that Luna. That means that Weaver and Luna are going to be splitting the farm for this game. They have quite a few range heroes as well, so Luna is going to be doing some work behind the lines, and it won't really be as survivable as the Puck as well as the Weaver, but Still, it would be a pretty good combination just because the Luna always just have that Abaddon in the back, and as long as Abaddon is on the Luna on the Weaver, then I think they'll be fine. I guess unless the Bullblowers could get behind and just get to the front, get to the back lines where the Luna should be trying to play safe. The team fight for the Radiant is more of a scattered, we're going to fight a little bit here, a little bit there, poke and prod, whereas the Bubble Blowers want a little bit more of a concerted effort into getting in there.
Prepare for
I
battle.
feel like all these portraits are just wrong. Are they like all a little bit, I mean, yeah, the portraits are weird. Alright, so we have on the Radiant team, Fun is going to be playing the support Abaddon heading towards the bottom lane. Ping Pong Circulate is going to be playing the Luna Hard, carrying Lily Allen. So on the Venomancer, 7LR is going to be playing the mid lane Puck, most likely mid lane at least. Dusa is on the Weaver. On the bottom lane, the Bubble Blowers, we have Buck on the Alchemist. Looks like he is decked out for a support role. Marana is playing that hard carry, going to be played by Jellaby. Sedge is on the Visage. These portraits are just so messed up. I don't know what's going on. Zoffin mid lane as the Dragonite, and that leaves Danny on the solo top Nature's Prophet, where he might be going up against a Venomancer Weaver. Hell, even if it's just against the Weaver, that's a lane that the Nature's Prophet will struggle a little bit to actually get a foothold in. It might just be dual lanes for the Radiant, which won't be the worst idea. I think their dual lanes are actually really strong. Bottom lane might struggle a little bit. At least Ping Pong Circulate is not going to get hit with that much because of the Aphotic Shield, pretty much dispelling everything that the Bubblers have to throw at him. But still, it's a lot of burst. Even if they don't get their CC, they still have the Soul Assumption. They still have the stun from the Concoction. And if an arrow lands, and if they layer it properly, Luna is still very vulnerable. Of course, the Abaddon is always vulnerable until he gets to that level 6 mark. So Fun, gonna have to play cautiously. This tri-lane is designed to kill, well, weak lanes like this, and it's gonna cost them in the fact that Danny on the top lane is most certainly not gonna have a fun time versus this dual lane of Weaver as well as a Venomancer. I think, well, Venomancer probably not, but I think Weaver versus Nature's Prophet is just a lane that Weaver wins by himself. Having that extra Venomancer is gonna be the cherry on the cake. Let's see an early Sentry Ward. Unfortunately for the Dire, this Radiant Ward plays very, very well. Sneaky wards right there. You can see Jellaby already playing super aggressive. I feel like my frame rate's off. Am I the only one who's seeing that? I don't know. If you're on Dota TV, then probably not. But I'm feeling a little bit of that lag. Whatever. Another Observer Ward being placed, so now we do have Observer Wards all up in this bottom lane, and I think if any action happens, it's probably going to be down here. Luna going to have her farm denied for now. Just having those two roaming supports right now off the map, which is dangerous enough. They don't know where they are at all. They could be hell up on the top lane, and then the Mirana is just putting up a giant front, which would be pretty hilarious. But Fun as well as Ping Pong Circulate there, getting a little bit of experience, but really not that much of anything. In the meantime, Zoffin in the mid lane. DK versus a Puck matchup. The Puck definitely can get kills on the DK, and the DK can only get kills on the Puck if the Puck slips up and doesn't phase shift or phase shifts for no reason or messes up his spells or gets a little bit too far ahead or something like that. So DK is just going to be trying to survive with that Dragon's Blood, trying to get his bottle up as fast as possible. So far, Sedge as well as Buck, not really doing too much except for applying that passive pressure. But Ping Pong Circulate and the way that the lane is pushing right now is going to mean that the Radiant team are going to ultimately benefit at least a little bit from this little bit of push. So Buck and Sedge, they do have a chance to dive, but I don't know if this is the right time to do it, especially since it's going to stun himself, and that's not ideal. But no one saw that because the Radiant team don't have wards, so they have no idea that Buck is down a spell, and that never happened. They're going to try to dive on the Luna. The only problem is that Fun playing pretty much in the perfect position. He's close enough to Aphotic Shield, but far enough away so that he remains out of sight. So, Bubbleblowers can expect the Aphotic Shield, but they don't know when or from where it's going to come. Of course, the direction it comes doesn't really matter. At least, you just want to kind of know where the Abaddon is at all times. Hell, the Abaddon could be on the top lane or something like that, and they could have no idea because Fun playing such a sneaky role. He's just here to make sure the Luna stays alive, and so far he's been doing a decent enough job. In the meantime, mid lane, he got hit by a... No, he didn't get hit by a Gale. Gale actually missed, but here comes teleportation support from Danny, going to try to pressure back 7LR. Zoffin going to walk his way out. He does have a regeneration room, but a courier gets killed. Why did the Dire courier get killed? Well, okay, I guess he pinged it out. Alchemist, maybe the DK... Well, yeah, this is Bottle, so it wasn't too terrible. I'm not really too sure what happened there. Sorry, guys, for missing that courier kill, but here comes the stun from the Alchemist. He wants to go for the Venomancer. He's not going to get the stun onto anyone. As I said before, they don't have any stuns to open up that fight. Now Sedge fighting on with Ping Pong Circular. The Aphotic Shield has already been burned. There's a Mist Coil, keep the Luna up on decent HP. Visage only level 1. He needs another creep to die, and then that's a kill on the Luna. But right now, he's just salving up. That was another close encounter down the bot lane. Abaddon showing the kind of medic he can be in these types of fights. And the Visage, only level 1, forced to let that Luna get away. If he had the Soul Assumption instead of Grave Chill, things probably would have been different. If he had both, that definitely would have been a kill. Now Kedge going to go once again for the Ping Pong Circular. Alchemist is coming in as well. Does he have the stun? Arrow going to be thrown. It's not going to land. Double stun, however, that might be a kill with the Soul Assumption. It will. The shield and the heal not coming in time. Abaddon trying to cast that as soon as he got unstunned. However, the cast animation, it is a cruel bitch, and that is going to mean that Luna is going to be the first blood going the way towards the Bubbleblowers. That was whiffed, by the way, a completely whiffed arrow. But then again, it's it's an arrow that's flying from freehand. It's probably gonna miss. You don't really have high expectations for those arrows. Missed arrow though, Buck coming in with that double stun to kind of save the day and really secure the kill for the Bubbleblowers. Then you look back at this top lane, Danny 7-1 versus Deuce's 19-3. As expected, the DNH Prophet not having the best of times. He can't choose to go to a jungle and try to get his farm there. However, he's still getting experience, which isn't terrible. If he could get a quick Midas, it won't be very bad for him either. Buck, what are you doing there, Buck? You don't want to be there. But also, Danny is in a little bit of trouble as well. Lily Allen's going to come in. There's the Gale, and now just right clicks, teleportation away. It's going to be close. It was close, but Weaver ultimately does get the kill. And, oh, Salve for 9 HP. He's going to live through the tower, and Treant's trying to chase him down. No global pressure at all. And here we go. Fun. Going to get himself stunned. Chain stunned in the acid. He's going to go down. Luna can't do anything about it except for try to pressure back to Mirana. Firing off a beam, that's just not going to be enough. Fun. Oh, here comes Danny as well. There's the slope. Danny, he doesn't have a sprout. Did he use the sprout? I didn't see a sprout. I don't know where the sprout went, but that's fine. Danny, getting his sprout mysteriously stolen, but that's fine. They're going to go for a push on the bottom lane. They don't have their DK with them, so this push isn't as strong, but I don't know if, yeah, DK isn't even level 6. Zoffin just needs to continuously stick on this lane, try to make this puck stick on the lane as well, and then once the puck rotates out, he can rotate out as well, but Zoffin might be in a little bit of trouble. There's the coil as well as the damage from Ping Pong's level 1 aura. Zoffin is just going to die right here. Dusa even coming in for this one. He almost turns it around onto the Luna. Unfortunately, he didn't have quite enough. Zoffin does die in the end. Okay, what does this courier have? This courier only had boots for Zoffin. That's not a terrible deal. That wouldn't have saved him. So Zoffin does go down. Now we see a big smoke up in the bottom lane. They did take down the tier 1 tower. And, well, these Treants, I don't think they're going to see this smoke coming. No wards in the area. Now Buck and Sedge going on a roaming party just by themselves. If they find Abaddon, I think they could kill him off. It will be close, however. You'll have the shield, and, well, Danny will have to teleport in, and once that happens, then it's an easy kill. This is the initiation they need. They need a Dragon Tail stun. Stun him, stun him. Stun, there we go. Now we need the Unstable Concoction to chain stun perfectly, but that's not going to happen there. Instead, going to throw it onto Fun. 7LR has the shield on him. Dragon form going to be popped. I think the puck is just going to be fine. He has a regen rune as well, so we could actually turn this one around. Breathe Fire going to miss. Zoffin looking for another tail as he bottles up one more time. Supports are still around, but ultimately the puck a little bit too slippery. Once again, that's exactly what the Radiant team are going to do. They're just going to slip away, despite your best efforts, because, again, the Dire don't have any click disable spells. I guess the Dragon Tail is the only one, but you can't rely on just the Dragon Tail to get the entire thing done, especially when there's an Abaddon on the field. The Alchemist stun is rarely going to ever land on the puck, as is the Mirana arrow, so they really need a Sheep Stick or something, or, just an Orchid is fine, I guess, if they're going to want to get these kills. They are 2-2, which isn't so terrible right now. They do have the slight gold advantage, although experience advantage still going the way of the Radiant side right now. Puck now teleporting down to the bot lane, has 1,000 gold away from his Blink Dagger. He's not doing too bad as far as farm. DK actually doing a little bit better, which is a little bit surprising. The gold per minute chart really has like 3 more CS, and that is weird. How does he have that? Oh, he has a tower on. Yeah, his team has a tower, which is completely understandable. So Puck, as expected, outlaning the Dragonite. And, well, Dragonite did use his first Dragon form not to hit the tower a single time. He's going to have that again in 30 seconds. He does have 2 supports behind him as well. So he could try to bait out someone like Fun, but Fun, he knows what he's doing. He's staying in the trees. He's not even showing his face. So if they do decide to go on the puck, it'll be a surprise Aphotic Shield, unless Aphotic Shield just gets casted right now. There's a coil. They're going to go for Zoffin one more time. Power Treads gets picked up midway. Going to give him a little bit more extra stats, though I don't think it's going to make a difference. Zoffin going to Dragon Tail Fun, try to bottle up in between these casts, and here comes the Alchemist with the Acid laying down. There's the stun. Actually going to land on the puck. Moonlight Shadow trying to cover the DK's retreat, and looks like he will make his way out. 7LR trying to go for a Sedge kill and trying to escape at the same time. Soul Assumption one more time. It will not be enough to kill the puck, although Abaddon with the Mist Coil. So many coils going to be killing off the Visage, so they don't get the Dragonite, which is a little bit of a shame for the Radiant side, but they get the Visage, which is, I think, they're going to be perfectly happy with. Zoffin did find a rune in the jungle, which is kind of problematic for the Radiant. That means they have to deal with another full health Dragonite, so he didn't have to go base. Now does have these extra illusions, which actually do refresh the Corrosive Breath. Orb effects, right? Who knows how they work. Dragonite's back on this mid lane. Bottom lane, though, is the lane that's going to keep our eyes on. Visage only level 3, though. The levels aren't really coming up for the supports on the Dire, whereas on the Radiant, they are coming up here. Arrow going to be thrown. Ping Pong Circuit, though, dodging that one perfectly. He does not have an Eclipse. There's Starstorm, though. Soul Assumption probably will kill Ping Pong, but not before Fun gets yet another kill. Nature Prophet Ultimate bouncing through will kill off the Luna. Fun going to get another Soul Assumption. 24 HP. Let's see how bold this Nature Prophet is. He already teleported, so he is not bold at all. This Abaddon slipping away yet again, has hit the level 6 mark, so he'll be fine from here on out, or should be relatively fine. Puck, no, that's not Puck. Billy Allen on the sidelines. He has the wards, he has the Gale. Could pressure back both these heroes, but if he gets a little bit too far out, he will just die. However, 3 to 4 now. This Abaddon finding kills where really he shouldn't have. Using the Mist Coil to secure kills is not the ideal. Generally want to use those Mist Coils to keep your allies up, to weaken the enemy, not to kill them. But hell, as long as you get the kills for your team, that's going to be fine. Abaddon picking up the Soul Ring off of those 2 kills and 2 last hits only. So Abaddon, he's getting his gold through kills, which is not really expected. Now looking up in the top lane, Dusa has the Hand of Midas, going to Shikuchi. Oh, that's a bad time to use Shikuchi, man. Do they have True Sight? They are going to throw the stun. Arrow to follow up. It's a very short arrow, though. Starstorm will be enough damage regardless. Weaver going to get picked off using Shikuchi at the wrong place at the wrong time. He was also literally 2 seconds away from his time lapse, which wouldn't have mattered. It might have made the Alchemist stun move or something like that. It wouldn't have mattered at all. Let's just put it at that. So Weaver's going to go down. He has had uninterrupted farm for the entire game on the top of the gold per minute chart. He does have a Hand of Midas as well, so this Weaver going to be a bigger and bigger problem as this game goes on for the Bubbleblowers side. Though if they keep pushing down these towers, I don't really think it's going to concern them that much. Venomancer's around. He does have level 3 wards instead of going for a point of Poison Sting instead of wards at level 7. Going to pull the aggro, but the tower damage should be enough. Well, the treants are there. I think this tower might be held. Yeah, with Fun coming in as well. This tower will be held. But really, Bubbleblowers didn't spend anything at all to push this. I mean, they got to kill him. That's just a cherry on the top. And yeah, for the lag issues, Bubbleblowers, they said that they're in EU something. They wanted to play in Luxembourg, but unfortunately, rules are rules. We're going to be playing in Luxembourg for the next one, so hopefully the lag at least won't be terribly uneven. The total net lag will be even, I guess. Which is, I guess, the best I could do. Man, think of how much easier esports would be if you didn't have to do with these, like, server things. We just had one global server in the middle of the earth. Then everyone would have the same lag, and it would be terrible for all. That's the dream, right? Core Earth servers. We'll make it a thing. It'll be like the new mega corporation. But on the... Whoa, Buck is still in the area. 7LR does have a Dream Coil. This is going to be a dead Alchemist. He has no mana. There's the Coil going to get dropped in Buck. There's the ultimate for the Mirana, but it's a little bit... Oh, it will be in time. No, it won't be. Silence from the Puck. They're going to trade the Alchemist off, but they get a tier 1 tower. I think they're going to be okay with that trade. They drew the Coil out of the Puck as well. Did have to use the Moonlight Shadow, but hell, they could even keep this push going. Force the enemy team to TP back, and well, luckily for the Dire, the Radiant team don't have TPs, not for another 20 seconds. This tower is going to die. Luna's the only one around. She could TP. I think the Abaddon could also TP, but what are they going to do about this? I mean, the creep wave gets demolished. The dragon form is still up. They could try to make it a trade, or they're actually running back. 7LR does have a blink dagger, though does not have a coil. Teleportation coming in. Abaddon, he's going to get arrowed straight to the face. They're going to pop his ultimate and then just disperse. Fun. Well, Zaffin's ultimate runs out. The Luna actually burns down the Mirana in the back end. Eclipse is being used there. 7LR jumping forward, does not have a coil. Will, for some reason, phase shift. Zaffin still on the run. Gonna get mini stunned by the Luna and Zaffin. No more crowd control, and with a Sprout holding them off, I think that should be enough. Zaffin will dodge the puck, and the stun comes in. Will be dodged by 7LR. Well done by him, though the shield instantly gets popped. The Dragonite lives at like 7 HP. Yeah, something like that. Zaffin living by the skin of his dragon ass, and he is going to get his way back to the base, teleport back, which of course means he won't be here for this mid lane fight, which looks like it might happen soon. Ping Pong, though, does not have his Eclipse, not for another 2 minutes. Used it and got a kill on the Mirana. I mean, that's pretty much what you want to use your Eclipse for. Use it on just one hero, get that kill, and if that hero is a carry, then, well, that's just super. They didn't get the Dragonite, however. It looked a lot worse for Bubbleblowers than it actually was. Dragonite really showing how tanky he could possibly be. And, well, the lack of CC showing its weakness on the Radiant side. On the back of that, Bubbleblower is going to go straight into the Roshan pit. They do have this ward, and, well, the Radiant ward a little bit too late, although it might see... Oh, it's going to see them. They know exactly what's going on now. It's going to be no surprise. The question is, can they do anything about it? Do they want to do anything about it? And it looks like the answer to both of those things is they don't want to do anything about it. They're going to try to push to the top lane. Dusa continuing to get his farm. He's well on his way to his Lincoln Sphere. Not really. He has the Hand of Midas. He has Treads. Spent a lot of money on those intermediary items. The Power Treads, the Ring of Basilius. Now Roshan does finally go down. Sedge finally hits his level 6 mark. Jesus, this is a very, very low level Visage. Alchemist not even at that point yet. Won't really help him that much. I guess he would probably even want to just skip his ultimate. Maybe even consider that. Going for more points to the Acid Spray. Get the Mirana to do more damage. Get the Dragonite to do a little bit more damage. Hell, even get the Nature's Prophet to do a little more damage. He's gone for the Phase Boots. Holding on to 2,000 gold. Dragon form being popped. Lily Allen gonna get zoned out by Familiars. Stomp number 1 is gonna happen. Stomp number 2 as well. In the meantime, Nature's Prophet does get picked up on the top lane. Lily Allen, though, I think is just gonna die here. He's running pretty quickly. Gonna get the Gale into Zaffin. And the Lair of the Chain Stun was just a little bit too poor. Venomancer escapes 2 GG branches, saving his life there. If the Dragon Tail happened... Where did... Okay, well... Looks like Abaddon suicided for the Aegis. That was worth it. I did not see that one coming, but that definitely happened. Using Mist Coil to kill himself, killing off Jalopy, getting rid of the Aegis. Hell, that's pretty damn good, I would say. But yeah, Zaffin as well as Sedge layering their stuns just a little bit. The stun from the second Familiar got layered with the stun of the Dragon Tail, and one more hit would have done it for the Venomancer, although unfortunately it was not the case. Looks like Danny actually is going to go for a very late Hand of Midas. I say late, he could have gotten it earlier, I guess that's what I mean to say. He's choosing to get it later instead of earlier, instead prioritizing the Phase Boots, which is, I'm not really too sure how much I like that, but hell, it is up regardless. He could have gotten like a Ultimate Orb or something, be well on his way to his Sheep Stick. He's still getting a decent amount of farm. He's still up there as far as the farm chart goes. Luna is still actually struggling quite a bit. Does have the Helm of the Dominators. See if the Ancients are stacked. They are stacked twice. And with the Centaur heading his way towards there, Ping Pong is going to look to get even more stacks of those Ancients, try to recover. Because right now you don't want your Luna to be, all the way in the middle of the gold per minute chart, in the middle of the net worth chart. You want her to be on the top. And they have a Weaver, which is farming, and the Weaver's on top, which is not terrible. I mean, a farming Weaver is always very devastating in the late game, especially when he has that much backup behind him. But, of course, Luna is the primary farmer. That's the hero that they want to have farmed. They're going to smoke up, head towards the top lane. I think they're going to find Danny right here. Unless they take a weird route or something, Danny should just be dead. Unless the Gale misses. That's the only way I see Danny escaping from this one. Smoke gank ninjas. They're just going to go straight to the top lane. Lily Allen going to drop some Plague Wards. So the Treants are going to spot that out. They know that the Venomancer is around. They don't have any vision of it. Yeah, Danny's not going to be fooled. So big smoke up. It's ultimately going to fail, though Puck has an invisibility rune. They're going to catch Buck moving in. Oh, Buck, don't go in there. Don't go in there. Familiar is going to go in first, which is probably the best way to do it. The smoke has been dispelled, though. timed out, and now the Treant's spotting everything out. Familiar's in a pretty damn good position, I would say, able to fly in and get a couple people stunned. Treant's just gonna march their way through, but it's just a fake standoff right now. This is pretty much a big bluff from the Bubbleblowers side, because while this is happening, the bottom lane is being pushed. Jealousy as well as Danny are both here. They're gonna force 2 heroes back. That's gonna be free farm for the Mirana, but they wasted a lot of time of the heroes on the top lane. Zephyr now has a Shadow Blade up. Dusa, oh, is he gonna get Dragon Tailed? I think he is. There's the hit. There's the Dragon Tail. Do they have any chain stun? It needs to be thrown right now. It's not going to be enough. Oh, well, actually, it is going to be enough. Arrow, after the time lapse, is going to kill off the Weaver regardless. Stun is OP on Alchemist. Follows you no matter where you go. Through time and space, not a problem. That Unstable Concoction will follow you there. And then Jealousy, of course, with the follow-up, securing the kill on the Weaver yet again. He did manage to pick up his ultimate orb before he died, however. I don't know how close that timing was, but he didn't lose much gold at all, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, most of his gold is reliable right now. So he didn't really lose much from that aside from farming time. He did give up a lot of experience, and he's also going to give up this top tier 1 tower. 4 Plague Wards are not nearly going to be enough to delay this push, and they might make a trade. Seminar not doing too much damage to this mid lane tower. I think this tower is going to go down for free. Buck going to get hit by the Gale after, oh, arrow. Arrow's going to land into Lily Allen. What an arrow from this Mirana. Is there any follow-up? However, Alchemist out of mana, and the rest of his team's like, yo, Alchemist, you probably shouldn't be there. Weaver's going to give chase. Buck going to try to teleport his way out. Should be fine to do so. He will make it out alive, and it looks like everyone else will as well. Jealousy as well as Zoffin just walking their way out. In the meantime, bottom lane, Ping Pong continuing to try to push that one out, make it a trade, something. Only one tier 1 tower has gone down so far for the Dire side. They're holding onto their towers. That's the pushing edge that they have with the Nature's Prophet Dragon Knight combination. The tower pushing is pretty good. It's pretty damn good. And as long as they keep the enemies on their side of the map, Bubbleblowers is going to have complete map control with these towers up. I mean, mid lane is down at below half HP, which is, it's still a decent amount of HP. So they do have easier access to the Roshan, which is going to be respawning for quite a while. Jealousy using up the Aegis very, very early on in the Aegis' life cycle. So they still have quite a ways to go before there is a Roshan to contest, though there are still towers to pick up. And the way that these fights have been going, it looks like the Bubbleblowers can continue to just go in and just get more towers for free, especially when this happens. Alchemist going to pop his ultimate, charge up the stun. He wants Ping Pong Circulate. He wants fun. He wants someone. He's going to go for fun. Will pop up the ultimate, though he's still stunned. They're just going to wait this one out. One Breathe Fire, and he's dead. Or just one hit from the Shadow Blade. That'll do it, too. My god, 150 bonus damage. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Abaddon going to drop for free. Yeah, I don't really know. I think something is weird with the Unstable Concoction, because I saw that last time with, like, it waking up the hero from Nightmare. He was trying to stun a Juggernaut, and the Juggernaut just spun out. Lily Allen, oh, don't get too close to that. They're going to try to creep jack them, but Bubbleblowers, they don't really have great tools to do this. Nature's Prophet is okay. Alchemist Spray is pretty good, but it's very easily jacked by the enemies, so this could be an interesting situation if the Bubbleblowers continue to contest this, which looks like they won't. Well, they do have the Dragon Knight in Dragon forms. That's not bad at all, but Dragon form is running out, so unfortunately this ancient stack is going to go towards Ping Pong Circulate, get his way a little bit closer to the BKB. Then he'll actually be able to fight. He'll be able to fight pretty comfortably. Familiar is going to come in, they get hit by glaives a couple times. Trying to snipe some creeps, not going to happen. So much stuff here to kill off Ancients. 7-7 is the score. The Bubbleblowers, with the gold advantage, experience advantage still in favor of the Radiant.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
I think that's okay. That's something that the Bubbleblowers are going to be okay with, I think. Unless Danny dies here, then he's going to be pretty sad. But, no, he doesn't actually have a teleport. I think this guy's just dead, right? Well, Alchemist is coming in. Do they have any True Sight? There's the True Sight. Instantly, there's a time lapse. Yusa, though, still might be in a little bit of trouble. No, Buck, not fast enough. Only has brown boots. He will stun himself, but he does keep his Nature's Prophet buddy alive, who's holding on to 3,000 gold. I think that has to be a sheep stick, right? You don't hold on to that much gold if you're not going to be going for a really big item like that. I guess it could be something like a Necro book, which wouldn't be terrible either. They could really use that book to get in there and finish off the last 2 towers, maybe even breach the high ground. So we'll see what Danny wants to spend his money on. I don't think it's going to be damage straight up. The Dragon Knight's still doing quite a bit of damage there. Mirana, with her Manta-style finish, is doing high damage as well. So I think just going for utility at this point is probably what the Nature's Prophet is going to be doing. But, 3,200 gold, you could pretty much buy anything you want at that point. Radiant's Nature's Prophet? Yeah? No. Okay. There it is. Shadow Blade. Stacking up the invisibility. Now Dusa going to find Jealousy. Arrow from point blank. Wow, you really didn't see that one coming. Alchemist going to come through. The stun is going to land despite the time lapse. Once again, you cannot run from this Alchemist stun. Weaver going to drop for another time. He saw the Mirana there, by the way. I'm pretty sure. He, like, went in, spotted the Mirana, and then just decided to sit right here. It's like, you have time lapse, you have Shikuchi. You're durable, you're not invulnerable, and, well, Buck stun. That's like the fourth time that stun chased him through the time lapse. Alchemist stun is just a really weird spell in how it behaves. Like, I'm pretty sure it does damage and then stuns, which is why the Abaddon got stunned through the borrowed time instead of doing it all at the same time. That must be it. Does damage and stun. It should happen at the same time. I don't know why it would behave any other way. Whatever. Tier 2 tower does go down, and Jealousy as well as the Alchemist still in the top lane, just pushing it out, forcing someone to come back, but no one's coming back. It's only the Weaver, but we know how well Weaver has been handled versus these two heroes, Alchemist as well as Mirana. They keep pushing that lane. Ping Pong as well as the Venomancer. Fun is also, Lily Allen is fun, as well as 7LR. All down in this bottom lane, though Nature's Prophet here with the Treants, going to add that additional layer of stuff. The Prophet ultimate bouncing through as well. This tower will in fact go down. However, it's at the cost of a lot of damage on the tier 3. Tower does get destroyed despite the denial attempts from the Nature's Prophet. And now Zafin as well as Sedge. Oh wait, Dusa still going to tango with the Alchemist. I think Alchemist already bailed though. Yeah, he did. Now Mirana, ultimate not being used. He doesn't have any mana. RIP Jealousy. Sticking around for a little bit too long with a little bit too little mana. And that's gonna cost him his life, though. They did put a lot of hurt on that tier 3 tower. Kill score still even, and I think all things considered, this game is pretty even as well. Luna and Weaver, though, with the Ancient Stack, have put themselves firmly on top of the gold minute chart, though. Mirana and DK not that far behind. The fact is that they don't have a Hand of Midas on the Bubbleblowers side, so Weaver's gonna continue to farm a lot faster. So the Bubbleblowers have to do that much more work in order to kind of deal with him. The problem is that the Lincoln Sphere is now up, and they don't really have anything that they could just willy-nilly burn to pop a Lincoln Sphere, with the exception of Sprout, maybe the Nature's Prophet ultimate, but they need the stuns, all the stuns they can get if they're going to kill that Weaver. And with Lincoln Sphere now up on him, they're going to struggle to do so. They don't really have anything good to pop it. They need the Mirana Arrow, they need the Dragon Tail to open things up, they need the Buck's stun to just... Oh, I guess they have Heaven's Halberd on Buck now. I guess it's not terrible. That'll probably be the best thing to pop Lincoln Sphere. They're going to go for a second Roshan now, and it should be a really easy one. Zaf, unless he gets initiated on right now, it looks like he won't. Yeah, this is going to be another easy Roshan. Between the Acid, between the Medallion, this Roshan's going down, and Mirana gets the second Aegis. Let's see how long she holds on to this one. Dusa on this top lane will run straight into Danny. This is not a fight that Danny really wants, I don't think. He does have a Shadow Blade, though, and I don't think Dusa has any... No, Dusa wouldn't have any True Sight. Bug's gonna fly, will completely miss everything, but here comes Ping Pong Circulate, still with no True Sight. So the Nature's Prophet will be just fine. I am getting a little bit concerned for the Bubbleblowers, though. The late game carries of the Radiant side are pretty strong, and although Bubbleblowers, they do still have a lot of pushing power, they do still have a lot of things going for them, their late game damage output just isn't as high. And they need to be starting to pressure Raxes right now. And Dusa as well as Fun up on that top lane, they're pressuring them back to get tier 2 towers, to defend their tier 2 towers, however. And, well, the Dire team have already claimed all the tier 2s, but at this point they just can't sit back, because if they take this into another 20 minutes, then the Mirana, then the Luna are just going to be wreaking havoc. Oh, wait, there is a Hand of Midas, not a Nature's Prophet, but it's a Nature's Prophet Hand of Midas. It's I would say not as effective as a Weaver Midas, but there is a Midas, so yeah, I did see that one. A little bit late, I guess. Do have another pause right now, guys, so let's take a quick look at the gold per minute. Still in favor of the Bubbleblowers. They are 3 towers ahead of their opponents, but only 2,000 gold. That means the Radiant, of course, is farming better. The experience showing the same exact thing. Going a quick item check on top of that. Let's see what we have. We do have a Sheep Stick now up on 7LR. Haven't taken a look at his items in quite a while. So Blink Sheep, pretty much as good of initiation as you could possibly want. Mech is up on the Venomancer. Ping Pong Circulate does not have that much. 2,600 gold in the bank, however. So BKB Helmet Dominator, it's going to be a lot of lot of reliance on that Eclipse. The Luna needs to get a little bit more damage moving forward. Dusa, how much gold does he have? 1,600 gold with the Lincoln Sphere. Not doing too much damage either just yet, but they're getting their items up. They're getting their survivability items up. Whereas Bubbleblowers gonna hold on to that Shadow Blade, Nature's Prophet, who I think is also gonna go for the Hex with that Ultimate Orb. Zoffin, how much gold does he have? 500 gold. BKB Shadow Blade, so he's ready to fight as well. Sedge still on his way to a mech, not happening in quite a while. Heaven's Halberd as well as the Mirana's Manta Style being the remaining items, and I think Jelpy is going to go for the Maelstrom, possibly Mjolnir. I think Maelstrom is okay just as it is. You don't really need to upgrade it into a Mjolnir. At least that's not a huge priority. I don't think these Gloves of Haste are going to be used for anything else. So, yeah, I think just a Maelstrom into like an MKB or something like that would be really good. Something like that. Although the Manta Style illusions don't benefit from that. Maybe he just wants to stack stats, which is not a terrible way to play Mirana either. Get your Manta Style illusions to be that much stronger. Jelpy, though, I actually think he will go for a Lightning Hammer, and yeah, he's definitely going for a Lightning Hammer. Just whether or not he's going for a Mjolnir is the question. Dusa, he does get popped by the Nature's Prophet ultimate, and stun will happen on the Buck. He'll be fine, though. No follow-up there, and they're just going to go back towards the top lane. Bubbleblowers, they know the weakness in the Radiant side, and that is this weakened top tier 1 tower. They do still have the Dragon Knight, not quite at level 16 yet, so he does still have that Corrosive Breath on his attacks. Once he pops the ultimate, of course. So no splash yet, which I think at this point a little bit more desirable. However, if they're going to go for more pushing like this, then the Corrosive Breath is definitely going to do more work than the splash from the Blue Dragon. The Ice Dragon? Blue Dragon. They're just colors, okay. So, to the top lane they go. Maelstrom completed by the Mirana. They have to watch out for this blink into Hex. Zoffin as well as Jelpy mostly. Bug's going to fly, as does the fortification popped. There's a blink forward from onto Zoffin. Dream Coil onto 3, not bad. Zoffin, though, he has popped the BKB like right now. There he is to block all the Eclipse. So the Eclipse going all into the Alchemist, all into Sedge as well. Mirana is on her way out. Dragon Knight does go down. Another Dream Coil from Abaddon going to pick off another hero. Now Danny going to try to juke his way out of there. Teleportation, not going to be enough. 7 LR with initiation onto from the Hex onto the DK. Following up with a 3-man Dream Coil. He's going to completely clean up all of the Dire side, and well, Jelpy is still here, wants to go for a sniper too. Gonna throw an arrow, completely whiff, and it's just gonna show his position. And the courier is being chased down. The courier's gonna die. 4 heroes and a courier. Yeah, that's a pretty good combination. Jelpy is gonna make his way out of there alive. But the DK holding on to his BKB for a very long time. That was his 10 seconds as well. He could have gotten it off a lot sooner. Now Buck might be in a little bit of trouble as well. Teleportation coming in towards the mid lane. Buck, though, taking so much damage. Will pop up the regen. He will pop off the Lincoln Sphere as well. Grave Chill is there, but it's not going to be enough to slow down this Weaver. And Bubbleblowers, they get initiated upon, which is, again, their lack of initiation. DK needs to be doing the initiation, but going up high ground, that's just not going to happen. It's either you need long-range initiation, like a Clockwork or a Storm Spirit or something, or a Puck. Or you have to get a pick off and then ride that into a push. A straight push will just not work. It just won't, because if they try it again, then the Puck has all the time in the world to look for an opening. And hell, even the Hex on the Puck, it wasn't the strongest Hex, because they Hex the DK, which is great, but then there's no follow-up. There's no follow-up until the DK, well, they're going to go for Danny again. There's no follow-up until the Dream Coil was actually dropped. Now Zoffin is there to protect Danny, so Danny will survive for now. The brutal ganky combination of Abaddon Puck. Standard stuff right there. But 12-5, the Radiant team take a kill lead for, and I think like the first time ever. Arrow going to fly, going to hit onto Dusa. Is there any True Sight? There isn't. Starstorm, a little bit too late. Now Dusa going to get stunned by 1 familiar. But Mirana, with that Maelstrom, with that Man Style, not doing that much burst damage. He really needs consistent damage output, which means he needs a strong front line. If Alchemist dies in an instant, well, there's no front line there. Alchemist, though, still looking for Dusa. Not going to happen. Will stun himself yet again. Weaver heading his way towards a Desolator as well. This Weaver is going to get a lot of damage output very soon. Luna is even doing quite a bit as well. Now has hit the level 16 mark. Luna is a couple levels ahead of the DK. That level 3 Eclipse is going to wreak havoc. BKBs are up on only Zoffin. And Alchemist got chewed up by the Eclipse last time, as did the Visage, even through that Gravekeeper's Cloak. Mirana has Manta Style, I guess, to kind of defend against that, but that's still not a great tool. So the Eclipse from the Radiant team going to be huge. And hell, it's already been huge. Who am I kidding? Ping Pong Circular will continue to get his farm, and now the net worth starting to climb more and more in favor of the Radiant. I feel like the Dire, they have the pushing advantage. They just waited a little bit too long. Got delayed up one too many times, and now they have still pretty strong rat Dota. Danny is Nature's Prophet, of course, and he is the biggest rat, or one of the biggest rats in the game. Aegis going to be reclaimed, however. Dusa. Oh, this is a good initiation if they could find it. There it is, the dispel, but no tail. Zoffin a little bit greedy. Usually I would say, yeah, you gotta get that Shadow Blade damage, but the Nature's Prophet ultimate hit, and the Weaver recognized that before the DK did. I guess he was holding onto his tail or something, but as soon as you see that Nature's Prophet ultimate hit, you gotta just throw the stun off, because you know the Weaver is gonna be panicking. But Dusa, still playing with fire just a little bit, but now he does have that Desolator. Ping Pong also does have almost a butterfly, is working well on his way towards it. The rest of the support heroes in the mid lane pushing that forward. Danny might be in a little bit of trouble if he gets Blink Hexed, but he's just holding on to that mid lane while the rest of his team once again goes down the top. It didn't work the first time, but it might work the second time. Or they might just not do it. Yeah, I mean, get a little bit more pressure to the bottom lane. They do have the rat in the game. Nature's Prophet still on the bottom lane, still pushing that out. Ping Pong Circular will chew up this creep wave really quickly. And it looks like Bubbleblowers are going to decide against going suicide again. Probably not a good idea to commit suicide. Unless you're Abaddon, in which case sometimes it is a good idea. They're going to instead jack some Ancients and just try to get a little bit more farm, but they need to take Raxes pretty soon. If they manage to take a good fight and take Raxes, then the game is right back in their hands. But as of right now, the Golden Experience is climbing and climbing quickly in favor of the Radiant. So Bubbleblowers, they need to make something happen. They do have a Roshan in, well, unknown amounts of time. You know what, 7LR? When you gotta go, you gotta go. There are rules for pausing. I don't think they're gonna be relevant here. But yeah, the Radiant, if they stay the course, they're gonna be in great position. Because their Luna's farming, their Weaver's farming, their Puck has Boots of Travels now, which is, you know, how often do you see that on the Puck? Not very often. Usually you see Shiva's Sheepstick, that kind of stuff. Hell, even a Force Staff is decent, or a Yule Scepter. But Puck spending money on the Boots of Travels, and well, Bubbleblowers, they have a couple of things still going for them, but they're definitely getting a lot weaker, a lot faster. The strength of the Weaver is growing, and as is the Luna, who almost has enough gold to finish her Butterfly in about 2,000. So the Luna is going to be a really, really big problem, and no one from Bubbleblowers can actually fight the Luna unless they chain stun her and kill her instantly. That's really the only shot. Bubbleblowers have to rely on Ping Pong Circular to get a little bit careless, get caught out of position, but even then, she has a BKB, so the chain stun has to be perfect. If they get a kill, if Dragonite, say, just invises up right now, and, well, he is invisible, so if he just runs in, finds Ping Pong Circular, and Ping Pong stays in this area, which you can't see me drawing except on the minimap for some reason, because game pause. But if they catch her right here, that's set of Raxes, I think. Because they'll push the mid wave in, they'll tank up the top tower, and they will clear out that Rax. Luna does not have buyback if she dies right now. So Ping Pong, if you just gotta back up, and that's probably a good idea. Is the stream lagging? I feel like my computer is just really, really slow right now. Whatever. I'm assuming it's fine since no one is saying anything else. But, yeah, I don't really know what else there is to be said about this. It's been kind of passive since that last fight. Not a single kill. It's been 12-8 since since the Bubbleblowers have last tried to push up that top lane. The mech still not up on Visage. Mech will definitely help versus that Eclipse. I think they might also want a pipe. Probably Alchemist is the one to get that. Heaven's Halberd pipe. But Heaven's Halberd will be a pretty good tool, though BKBs and Lincoln Spheres, oh my, will make it so that the Heaven's Halberd will be very, very difficult to stick on an opponent. Geez, where is this bathroom that he's going to? Is it like a bathroom? I gotta run next door and use their bathroom. Yeah, there are big items coming up in the Radiant. Not as much on the Dire. Sheepstick almost up on Danny. That'll be great initiation for them. You can just jump on a Weaver, jump on a Luna, and just try to get the jump on them with the instant Hex. That'll be a good ticket into the base, but still, they're falling behind on farm very quickly. And I'm just saying the same exact things over and over again. With yet another pause, I mean, there's only so much I could say. So how have you guys been? I would like to thank everyone in Dota TV as well as on the stream for tuning in. If you're on Dota TV, thank you for the support. I don't really know if there's any way for me to check how many viewers there are in Dota TV, which is kind of unfortunate. I would like to see just because I'm curious. But regardless, thank you for buying the ticket. Everyone, thank you for buying the ticket and stuff like that. Jesus. Well, I mean, maybe it really is a bathroom emergency. Maybe he doesn't have to go to the bathroom. Maybe his bathroom exploded. And he, like, there's an emergency with his bathroom, right? There's a difference there. He doesn't have to go to the bathroom. There's an emergency with his bathroom. Something happened to his bathroom. Something happened. Something is leaking. There's water everywhere. I think that's what's happening right now. So I just took a quick look at the rules. There's a 15-minute pause ceiling, I guess. At that point, Bubbleblowers no longer have to really abide by the pause. There we go. The bathroom problem has been fixed. Let's get the show back on the road. Because 32 minutes in feels like 45. Like a freaking weatherman. Okay, we have more pauses, guys. Fantastic. I love pauses. It's really just a great time to just sit here and do nothing. I know there's certain times in like high action games where you could just take the pause as kind of a break and just reevaluate the game. We all know what this game is, where this game is headed, at least right now. If everything stays as is, the Dire are going to lose this game. So other than to make something happen, we'll see what they could do. Tactical pause, puppy, please. Well, the good news is that there aren't that many wards, so there's not much tactical involved. The good news is that Roshan is also like not like you can't really glean any information for that. This is the minimum timer, I think. I don't know. Pause Roshan, is this still like 5 seconds before the second phase in quotation marks of Roshan goes? I think it is. Although it looks a little bit weird. Like, is it here or is it here or is it here? You can't see it, so it's still paused, so I can draw whatever I want. Whoa. How did I draw that? I only drew 2 lines. Okay. Well, I don't know. I don't know what else there is. I really don't. I try to fill time and just talk about like, oh, well, they should have done this better and stuff like that, but we already know that. Everyone already knows. Because this pause has gone on for a very long time. Guess I can do another item check. There's a gem up in the Venomancer. Where is he anyway? Yeah, he's probably gonna... Well, there's no wards in the area. Dire wards, mostly up on the top side of the map. The Venomancer is gonna have to walk quite the distance if he wants to get rid of them. How close is the Luna to a butterfly? Not... Yeah, I said that before. I actually have said everything. There's literally nothing else to be said about this game. Impossible to say anything else. Break time. Everyone go to the bathroom. Fix their bathroom problems. Yes, Danny, please go. Oh man, if the Radiant say no, wait, or something like that, I might just get up and get more water. You guys just have to deal with it. So, how have you guys been today? This game has lasted quite a long time because of the pauses. Oh my god, are you serious? What could possibly be happening on these teams? Like, oh, we're paused. We should probably wait for the other team. Oh, they still want to still be paused? Well, then we should probably go do something else. Oh wait, they want to be unpaused? We should probably go do something else again. Oh, god. Well, Mirana has 2100 Gs. She could get an ultimate orb if she wants to waste money, and because ultimate orb I really mean Hyperstone. Go for the Mjolnir. Though I don't really know if Mjolnir's worth it. I said it before. I think she just needs more green numbers on her attack bar. She has to be doing some damage, because, I mean, Weaver has a good amount of HP, as does Luna. For some reason, they have the same exact amount of HP. Holy crap. That is weird. 1461 is a magical number to be at. That's so weird. But yeah, the Mirana definitely doesn't do enough right-click damage to break through the Luna or the Weaver. I mean, time-lapse, aphotic shields, mechs, and lifesteal. Even if you don't consider all that, the Mirana just doesn't do enough, which is why I don't really like the idea of a primary farm Mirana. I guess they kind of split the farm between her and the Nature's Prophet, but Nature's Prophet definitely won't do the same. Wow, really? Okay. But yeah, the Mirana primary farm, this is it. Like, she has quite a bit of net worth, but do you feel like she's doing a lot of damage? Because I certainly don't. Oh my god. Oh my god, we're going, guys. Hallelujah.
My gratitude.
Alright, Yellow, where are you going? Nope, DK going down south. Because that was the end of his invisibility. Arrow gonna fly, not hit onto anyone. They have to catch off this Luna without buyback. I think that's their ticket in there. Or maybe anyone without buyback. I feel like that would be decent as well. Roshan's gonna be up in another 2 minutes. Yeah, that clock definitely just updated. Okay. It's good to know that I could read a clock. That is, my G-chat, not yours. No one wants to talk to you. It's like, who uses G-chat still, right? I don't know. I don't even know if you guys could hear that, so. If you can't, then disregard everything. But it's actually the Radiant team that's playing the rat for now. They know that the longer they take this game, the higher their chances are of winning. They just have to delay the push, delay the push, delay the push.
Dire's middle tower
And
is
hell,
under
take a little
attack.
bit of push themselves if they feel safe enough. You see Jealousy landing an arrow onto Lily Allen. That's a free kill on the Venomancer. That might, well, the Venomancer should have buyback. He does have buyback. So if they start pushing the Dire team, Venomancer just buys back, starts laying down wards, easy peasy. But DK with the Hyperstone of Zone, gonna head towards that AC. A lot more armor will definitely help against the Weaver as well as the Mirana, though. It'll help only a limited amount. DK last time when he got hexed up, he dropped pretty quickly. I guess the Dire team are just waiting for another Roshan. That is an Aegis Cheese Roshan, which might give them enough power to punch their way into the base. I mean, they could try to do this. Nature's Prophet will have to kill the Lincolns of Weaver. Yeah, Zephyr isn't going to find anything here. This is the most exciting game of all time, guys. We're waiting for another Roshan. Centaur getting in there to stomp some Mirana illusions. And Sheepstick now up on Nature's Prophet. So now the Radiant team, the Dire team rather, they do have ways of getting in there. They teleport like right in here and then, you know, get a hex on Luna. Unfortunately for that idea, there's an Abaddon right behind the Luna, so that probably won't work too well. And now that Luna has a butterfly, it's going to be very, very difficult to bring her down. Though not impossible. Maybe impossible if Fun as well as 7LR are right behind her. Jelpy. See, he could try to do stuff like this, but then he just gets jumped because he didn't see it coming. Dream Coil being used for that a little bit unnecessary, but they could just go right into the bottom lane, go right into the mid lane, go right into any lane. Roshan is also up in about 30 seconds, I would say.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
So the Rat Dota from this Rat Dota from both sides. Oh, nope, it's gonna be like 5 seconds. Roshan is now up. And the damage that Ping Pong is doing, this Roshan is going to drop instantly. No Mirana, there's really no way for Bubbleblowers to contest this. They can try to rat them out and just try to punish them, maybe take down tier 3 tower, but Roshan is done. She's on Fun, Aegis onto Ping Pong, and the push in the top lane continues, but someone's going to come back here. Yes, someone's pinging back, 2 people are back, and now the mid lane's in trouble. They only need the Luna to push the Radiant team. Acid's not going to do anything at this point. Just because Ping Pong just does so much damage. Next, Satanic, possibly for Luna. Danny might look for a kill on 7LR. No. He's trying to buy his team as much space as possible, and all credit to Bubbleblowers. They're looking for opportunities, though the opportunities just aren't there just yet. Dragon Tail gonna get eaten once again by the Lincoln Sphere, and now Zephyr just gonna get eaten alive by this Weaver. Here comes Danny, though. They're ready to use the Lincoln Sphere, popping the Dragon form as well. Do they have another Dragon Tail? Yes, they should. Where's the Dragon Tail? Invisibility will not work. Dust gets popped off, and Age of Prophet does pick off the Weaver. Is there buyback? There's no buyback. This is an opportunity for Bubbleblowers. The only problem with this opportunity is that there is no creep wave anywhere near the enemy base. And the enemy team is all in the top lane. They're going to rat them back. They have a minute to push, which is great in theory, though they actually can't get anything done. By the time they get close to the enemy base, Weaver's going to have only like 15 seconds left, and then the Radiant team could definitely hold 15 seconds. They're instead going to have to teleport back, and well, the opportunity kind of wasted if they're not going to get anything done with it. I mean, Dragon Knight can try to get a stun, but to what end? That won't really accomplish anything at all, and yeah, the Rat from the Radiant team, split pushing. Everyone has to come back to the top lane. It's kind of surprising with Nature's Prophet. You'd expect some of the lanes, or one of the lane at least, to be pushing in favor of the Dire. Fortunately, the timing at which that kill happened meant that wasn't possible. Now the Weaver won't be up another 15 seconds. He does have a Reaver, so once again, he didn't die before, but he died right after buying a big item, which is definitely ideal. Zephyr, thinking of getting in on this fight. Do they actually want to fight, though? There's an Aegis on the Luna, Cheese on the Abaddon. It's a risky fight to take, and with no mana on the Alchemist, yeah, you can't take that fight. Oh, there's a Blink Hacks onto Zephyr once again. Familiars are there for a double stun. If they actually stun, they're not going to stun. Eclipse burns down the Alchemist. Zephyr sitting there with the BKB. Does not have his Dragon form up. Teleportation coming back. It is going to be the Mirana, but what can Mirana do against this? The Glaives are bouncing. It's a double kill already for that Luna. Now they're going to go after Sedge. Gravekeeper's Cloak will be burned through awfully quickly. Another slow onto Sedge. The right click will not be enough. 7LR decides to blink back out. Sedge, though, still getting chased down. The tier 2 tower's already gone down. Teleportation once again is going to be the DK this time. He does have his ultimate form. In the meantime, mid lane being pushed in, but just a little bit. There's no threat there. No BKB on the DK, and the Glaives doing so much damage just passively. Arrow going to fly through. Hit onto Ping Pong. This is their chance, although in Aphotic's shield, late game Abaddon, still pretty damn good. Get through his laning phase. Nature's Prophet going to try to rat them back all the way down to the mid lane, though instantly the teleportations are there. The Bubbleblowers, they take 2 kills over the course of like the past 20 minutes, and well, the Radiant team, they take 5. And with Danny on his way out, yeah, everyone's going to live today for the Radiant. Dire just don't have any damage at this point. They don't have the damage. They're still decently tanky, but I mean, BKB on the Alchemist is on the DK is helping the DK, but it's hurting the Alchemist. Like, Alchemist is getting his ass whooped by that. Oh, Danny getting a little bit close to some detection. Now Lily Allen gonna get demolished. He's gonna try to force stab his way out. Looks like he will drop first, though. Danny is gonna be a trade, and that's a trade that benefits Dire, though. Nature's Prophet teleporting right back in. Zoffin holding strong with the splash damage, getting a lot of value out of that, but Ping Pong with the Glaives getting even more out of his splash. Another stun on 7LR. There is not enough damage to kill him off. It's going to be what looks like a complete team wipe, and then some. Danny on his way out will get mini stunned by the Lucid Beam. Duza with a double kill, and that was a 5-man white Mirana with not even a part of that. That's going to be Rax's, and I think that might in fact be game. There's no buyback from Nature's Prophet. There's only so much a rat can do to hold off this push. And the mid lane is going to get ground up. Ping Pong with the right-click damage from his glaives, plus the Desolator minus armor. Everyone staying very healthy due to this Abaddon. This mid-Rax is going to cave in, and Zothan calls GG. So, once again, there's not much I could say about this game that hasn't already been said. Ping Pong got a lot of farm. He recovered very, very well. That's going to be it, guys. The Radiant team take it 1-0 over the Bubbleblowers. So we're going to be moving on to game number 2. This is best of 3. So this is going to be in Lux. So maybe Bubbleblowers have some ping issues. Though Mirana landed quite a few arrows despite poor ping or whatever. But we'll see what happens in game number 2. Stay tuned for that.